What's up, guys? Sorry for the delay. We're moving house, so we kind of just needed to set up studio. So the sound might once again not be where we want it to be. Nonetheless, we're gonna have a look at GBPJPY, a quick one at this one, and then we're gonna have a look at EURUSD and the Nasdaq, right? So we're gonna have a quick squiz at GBPJPY, seeing as it's the first one open. So what we see is exactly what we suspected. Those of you who followed the video last week would have caught the sales coming downside here in the beginning of the week. When was this? The 26th, 25th, so Monday, Tuesday. That comes straight down into our order block over here, which coincidentally was like a weaker demand zone, because this would be the bigger one down here. Right? So what do we want from GBPJPY? So for now, I still want to see what GBPJPY would do, because I do suspect we could fall a little bit further down. Let's just pull up an RSI quickly, and it disappeared. Okay, let's just pull up an RSI from here. Right, I can leave it at 14. Yeah. So what we see is we still have hidden bullish divergence that came here, causing the pull up upside. So we need to look at this from both ends of the spectrum now, right? We first need to look, because it fell down and created a lower low, yeah? We first want to pull it from the top down, right? And see where we feel. Right? As you can see, it coincides with the rectangle that I have here. This would be my target. So if we're going to sell, so we're at the 50 right now. So your first scenario would be this, right? So guys, I'm going to go through this as quickly as possible, because we are already late and I'd like you guys to get to your trading. So there, right? And we're going to target that. That will be your first one. What would that look like on a, let's say you take it on a 1 hour time frame, right? This is what it would look like on a 1 hour. Right? So that's pretty good. I would consider that. Just make sure you guys take note of my lines. I would consider that one. Let me just go back to daily. This would also complete the hidden shoulders, and it could possibly form a retail trap, right? So what that would mean is the hidden shoulder was complete. It won't break through here, and hence why I'm not going to chase this over here, right? So here's one thing I want you guys to take note of is this little imbalance sitting here. If it does sell further down, this is the furthest point I would target to, unless we can come target this order block here, right? But for now, what I would recommend is just let it first confirm the 50. So let's just do that one again. So we'll say the 50 is a sell, right? Let's say it's sold. That's just below above the 61.8, and we'll target the stop at here, right? That's your sell side, right? I do suspect we can come further down if we follow the minus 61.8 as our major target zone. But then I also do suspect that, yeah, so this area, this imbalance area would be your next target. That would look something like this. Those of you who want to trade it in segments, what I recommend is wait till we break into the order block, take that first one, and then you target this one like this. So pause the video, guys. Make sure you have all the targets in play. Do not chase the minus 61, right? Chase that level there. Don't be greedy, guys. Like, I mean, you got two brilliant trades. If you want to be cheeky, you can manage the trade properly and just kind of do something like this, you know? So that's the sell side of things, right? Let's have a look at the buy sentiment, because we are still in an upward rally, man. Like, if we take the peaks, like the major peaks into consideration, this didn't break, and with this hidden bullish divergence here, we can still rally upside. So let's pull up from the swing low, and we pull it up to the swing high, right? And we see it once again, we got it at the 50. Now, guys, this is what, when I don't enter DJ, because things are neither here nor there. We just broke out of a range, so we do suspect retest to take place here. This coincidentally could also form. Do you see that we had a bullish momentum upside? We lost momentum on the third candle already. We have no wick below here, meaning we could fall down. We could also just rally down to 61.8, coinciding with where the sell sentiment was with you guys that I shared earlier, right? Which was from up here downward, right? 61.8. You see that why this area? So this here, right? I'm going to put a thing there for you guys here. This area here is your targets for sales. If we can reject and form a bearish candle, So you look for confirmation, let's say on a 1 hour, you see, you're starting to see the rising wedge coming up to fall downside, right? That is your GBPJPY. Now let's quickly do EURUSD. So, guys, with EURUSD right now, things are neither here nor there. So I'm just going to quickly go on the daily chart. As you guys can see, you guys who watched the videos previously can know that my target was completely obliterated on EURUSD. That's okay. Now we want to see what's going to happen next. What we see here, right? Let's just go to the weekly chart quickly. You see how we got bullish divergence here, right? But now we're still seeing a lot of downside momentum. So we need to see where this thing could potentially go, right? Two things you need to take into account. We have potential at an imbalance range currently that's about this big, right? We also want to see where our MAs are sitting. So I have a 21 moving average, right up here. Here's an imbalance here. So what are we going to do? What do we always wait for? Retest, right? So what I want EURUSD to do is pull up, fill this imbalance, and then get in, right? So what I'm going to wait for is this, right? Sorry, wrong one. I'm going to wait for this one, but I'm going to do a sell limit from up here. I'm going to take a slit. Sorry, I can't do a sell limit if I'm going to do that because it will take me out. So I'm going to sell from here. Once it breaks this order block back in, then I'll sell downside again, right? That would be my sentiment for EURUSD. I want to pull back first. Now, if we respect this order block that it's sitting on, guys, I just made it rectangles this time, just to kind of, for the sake of getting the chart to you guys as soon as possible, right? So we have a nice area of support here, right? I do suspect if we can just pull up a little bit more, get a little bit of bullish momentum into this imbalance area here, right? The market will fall again, right? If for those of you who want to be cheeky, you could do a sell limit up here. I mean, you have nothing to lose by doing it. You could just put a sell limit up here, something like that, and run the whole thing downside again to come chase this low here, right? But I do recommend maybe just wait for the market to fall and then you come in like this. This is a safer, more conservative way of taking it. And now we go over to my favorite, and what was quite difficult to trade into the closing weeks of the closing days of the week. Now we're coming into Nasdaq. Right, guys, my things are exactly the same that it was in all my other videos. I just wanted to see something here quickly. Yes, here is an imbalance up here, right? Take note of that imbalance, and then what I want you guys to do is to scale to your daily chart. As you can see, right, this area is a very good area for us to be taking a note of, right? So the Nasdaq, I don't see enough confluences to go in on buys just yet. So guys, I don't counter trend trade really. If this can form a series of higher lows, then I would consider the buy to chase this imbalances up here. What I do foresee is though something like this, right? Here you can see now NAS is going upside, right? We will touch this line. We'll come up here. Whoops, wrong thing. We'll come up here, right? Touch this area or come up into this area, right? And fall. So somewhere between here and this top of the rectangle there, that's where we're going to pull back to. That's what I'm waiting for. Now, yes, there are opportunities to take scalps in that levels, right? But let's just look at what that looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a sell limit, guys, pending orders. I'm going to put a sell limit all the way up here, right? And I'm going to leave it there no matter what happens, right? Look at my tight stop, and my take profit in an ideal world would be all the way down here, right? This would be a swing, guys. I assure you this will not happen in one day. So if you can't hold the trade, don't take it like this. So what do you want to do in terms of getting shorter term time frame trades, right? So we go to 4 hour first, right? You come into your 4 hour chart, you wait for the rally upside, you let it touch this 21 MA. Wait for confirmation bearish candle. So let the market rally upside, touch the 21, right? It's an exponential moving average. For those of you who don't know that I'm doing that, you could put a sell limit on that line, right? But I would recommend rather letting it go up, touch that line, create a bearish candle, So a shooting star, doji, dragonfly doji, spinning top, whatever the case might be, whatever your confluence would be to convince you to sell, right? Once that confirms, right, you can then enter the sell. When you take the sell to this lows over here, right? That's a risk reward of 4. That's great. That's brilliant, guys. Right? Then once the market breaks through, one breaks back in past this level, you chase it back into this low level here. Right? You chase it again. Right? Breakthrough. Then you go with 2:82 risk reward onto the base of this area. I'm going to cover this area right now. That's what I'm going to end off with NAS. Right? Those of you who want to take scalp buys, right? I would first and foremost recommend that you join our free Telegram channel, because I'll share them in the group every day of the week, right? Well, not every day, maybe like twice or 3 times a day, because I don't scalp a lot, right? There is a buy sentiment for that. So what you do is that it's just a little bit of a tip for you guys. Take note of where this 21 MA is, guys. But you can always take note of it of where it is on the high time frame. So what I normally do is I mark it off here. I go to 2 hour. I mark it off there. I scale down to my 30-minute first, just to check where we are. Okay. And then I go to my 15-minute, right? So what is going to make me take buy scalps upward this way, right? So we're going to go buy. Right? We need to break above the 21. So let's say it breaks above the 21 here, right? Guys, I have to speak in hypotheticals because it's not really at those areas just yet, right? My buy would look something like this. As you can see, the risk to rewards now differ a little bit. So depending on if the market goes upside, right? Comes up, tests that 21 and then goes. That will be where my entry is. You see what I'm saying? But my stop loss won't change. My stop loss will stay just inside of this rectangle, right? Then the market will then rally upside into this level, right? If you want to be cheeky, you can target the whole area, right? But once we hit this area, make sure, guys, again, take partial profits or close your trade off. Move your stop into entry. Move your stop into profits. Do something that's going to make you not lose the money, right? Nasdaq is going to be very tricky now coming into the coming days, because, I mean, let's have a look, say, at the news, right? If we have a look at the news today, this week, I mean, whoops, if we have a look at the news, right? So we have ISM manufacturing PMI, won't do too much, but it's important. We have job openings. This is important for Nasdaq. We need to take note of that. Then we have a biggie. We have ADP non-farm employment changes, right? We have non-manufacturing PMI. We have crude oil inventories. This is the big gun, guys. FOMC statement. Those of you who read off this, right? As you can see, the forecast is very bad, actually. Jeez, that's really bad. That's 0.5 basis points increase in the forecast, which is, man, that's crazy. So guys, like, we will definitely have a deep look into the market prior to this happening on Wednesday, right? And then I'll make another video on that. Definitely, this time I'll definitely do it, right? We have a look at the pound, right? The pound has their manufacturing PMI. What's that tomorrow, right? That's okay. Then we have a big day for the pound on Thursday. We have the interest rate decision. So I am looking to possibly share fundamental trading setups there. Then on Thursday, we also have initial jobless claims, which we all know is something for the Nasdaq. Then Friday, the big old non-farm payroll. So NFPs, guys, this is good fun, but it tends to mess around with the Nasdaq. So if you want to do these things, right, I recommend using a currency pair instead. So for non-farm employment change, I find EURUSD to be fun, and GBPUSD as well, but EURUSD more so for me personally. That's just my personal preference. And then we have unemployment rate changes, right? So these are the things that we have to look out for the week, guys. As you can see, we have for us who trade the pound and USD related things, we are in for a cracker of a week. A lot of fundamentally driven things. We need to take note of these things. So Once FOMC releases their press conference, I'll then go over the minutes and I'll cover a little bit within our free Telegram channel. Make sure you click the link to like and subscribe. Make sure you join the channel. I'm going to follow up with that afterward, right? Around about either Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning, SA time, South African time, I'm gonna upload a short video on like a little fundamental trick that you guys can take note of that may just help in trading the fundamentals, right? So, guys, take it easy this week. We're only at the beginning of the month. We had a good run last month. The last thing we need is to come into the new week losing, right? I will interact a little bit more in the free Telegram channel regarding all the stuff that's required, what I see, things I've been looking at. I'm also going to upload a cryptocurrency video soon and what I see in the cryptocurrency market currently. I just need to sit with a little bit of analysis on that. So I'll cover BTC, I'll cover Ethereum, I'll cover Ripple, ADA, Sol. I'll maybe do Binance Coin as well. And then I'm gonna run you guys through a couple of like other coins that I've been taking interest in that I've been keeping a low-key eye on recently, and they'd actually be very good to be trading. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry that it took a little bit longer than I expected. Without further ado, keep it moving more than average.